Hey, it's been a while. Welcome back. No, I haven't been on this account in years, and I apologize for that. I have been on TikTok, and I've actually been creating a presence for myself on TikTok, so if you want to follow me on there, you can. But I survived a near-death experience. As you can tell, my nose is crooked, I have a scar on my forehead, and everywhere else on my body, even my neck. It's been really hard processing and transitioning throughout all this trauma, but I feel like I'm finally able to tell my story and to tell you what happened. Now, when the accident first happened, I actually got an iPad because my phone broke in the car accident. And I went on TikTok and I made a video. I'm gonna be honest, I was in a car accident and I'm very lucky to even be here talking to you right now. Before this, I've never had any major surgeries, and now I can say that I've had 7 surgeries in the span of 2 days. I have a metal plate in my head, I had to get my nose refixed, I had my neck all fucked up. I broke both of my wrists and both of my legs. I also had surgery in my stomach because I had a liver lac, which means a liver laceration. They had to cut my hair because I had staples all in my head and like right here too. It has been a wild ride. From there, I slowly been updating people, but when I got released from the rehab facility, I was in a wheelchair. I was really ashamed and really embarrassed. I didn't take any photos of myself, really. I didn't take any videos. I kind of just wanted to erase that moment in time. So let's talk about the car accident. I do not have a car right now. It's totaled, obviously, but I actually do have like an electric bike thing coming. So I am gonna still be able to get around town, just not with the car anymore. What happened was I was in a really dark place in my life, but I was at such a low point that I actually wanted to not wake up the next day anymore, if you know what I mean. Me and my friend went out to play basketball. We actually had a really good time. We opened up about our struggles and what we were going through, and we were drinking. The root of all evil, in my opinion. I was driving, and I dropped him off at home. He made it safe. I said goodbye, I love you, and I went to drive home. Now, I don't really remember anything from the accident because the trauma was so insane. But what I do know is I drove past my house that night. I was not even close to where I lived, I just kept driving. And I ran into an empty city bus. The city bus was empty. Luckily, no one got hurt other than me. This was at like 2 in the morning, and I collided fully into a bus. This is all without my knowledge. I was rushed to a hospital. I undergoed 7 surgeries in 2 days. I broke pieces of my neck, pieces of my skull and my nose. I even fractured my skull up here and even right here. Not only did I break pieces of my neck, I also slit into it with like the shards of glass. Obviously, I broke both of my wrists, both of my knees, and even like my thigh and shin on one leg. Snapped a tendon on my other leg. Had a liver laceration, so they had to cut directly down the middle of my stomach. And the sad part is I know that there is more. I just can't think of it at the top of my head right now. I woke up in the hospital with my ex next to me and my ex's sister. They were telling me how much they loved me and they were happy that I was awake. And that was my first memory. My best friend came to see me almost every day, and surprisingly, my ex saw me every day. It really just shows you who really loves you, no matter where you are in your relationships with people, that if they really love you, they'll be there. I spent a little over a month in the hospital, then I finally got released into a rehab facility so I could learn how to shower, do everyday normal tasks like go to the bathroom, get to and from my bed, but with a wheelchair. I had to learn how to use the wheelchair, how to even get in and out of cars, and then I was finally able to discharge home once I had everything down. And honestly, I was putting so much effort into it, it only took a little over a week for me to be discharged. So then I was in a wheelchair because of my tendon snapping. I was not allowed to put any pressure onto that leg until we had more x-rays and we looked more just to see that it was safe. So what was really cool about my whole journey in this whole story was on my birthday, June 28th, was when I got a call from my doctor's office saying, you are allowed to weight bear. You can start walking now. You can start standing. Just, don't overdo it. But knowing me, I overdid it. The moment I got done with that phone call, I stood up, I blew my candles out for my birthday. My family gave me like a little walker, so I was able to start trying to walk again and bending my knees. And in that moment, I threw away my wheelchair. I was like, I'm never going to touch that thing again. This is it.
No, you're walking.
First time in 3 months.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. So now it's almost Thanksgiving, the end of November, early December, basically. And I'm able to walk. I've been to concerts where I'm standing for hours. I've been dancing, and I've been really enjoying life and living life, because after this whole experience, I learned that I don't want to end it. I'm not ready. I haven't lived yet. I need more time. Even though we could go through the shittiest of things and overcome the most insane struggles, sometimes it feels like it'll never get better. And I've seen it with my own eyes that it does. It's just a waiting game at that point. So I hope this inspires any one of you guys and lets you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Life will always throw you curveballs and punches, and sometimes you just gotta eat it. But sometimes because of that, you can turn around and see the beauty and the joy and the happiness that not only people bring you, but you bring people. I hope this video actually made your day and didn't make you sad, so I'm sorry for that. I promise I will start posting every week. It'll be something crazy and fun. I kind of want to bring back like a Jenna Marbles type of style to it, but obviously with my interests and what I like to do. So if you're interested in that, follow. I also have a TikTok where I do like a lot of comedy type stuff, but more for adults. So if you want to follow that as well. Instagram, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you next week.